Everybody, good morning. It's 7 a.m. Let's get started. Let's do some active arms here to start out. Hands overhead. Woo. Hands overhead. Hands overhead. And this time, clasp your hands and up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes. Tiny back bend, dropping the head back. And back to center. And all the way down. Roll those shoulders up and back, up and back, up and back, and forward and down, forward and down, forward and down. Hands overhead, reaching tall, up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes, and twist to the right. About 5 little pulses to the right. Warming up the spine. And back through center, up on the toes once, and over to the left. Pulsing to the left. Back through center, forward fold, halfway down, flat back. Begin to feel the lower back, the hamstrings waking up. Ooh, fold into it. A little bit deeper. And take a step left, a step right. Folding down into our deep squat. Elbows to the inside of the knees. Preparing for that crow pose we'll get to eventually. Putting a little bit of weight on the hands. Nice inner thigh stretch here this morning. Roll it from left to right. A little movement in there. And while we're out here, walk your hands out, feet back, hips high, reaching for the sky, down dog. Shoulders and chest reaching for the floor. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Ooh, and walk it back up. All the way up. And up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes. All right, we're going to do a little balance work this morning to start out with, and then we're going to spend some time on the wall today for recovery. Right. Equalize your balance, foot to foot. Find that sweet spot in your foot where you're going to find your best balance. Find that on the right foot and lift that left leg, knee parallel to the ground. And release. We're going to do this a couple times. It'll get better as you go. Find that balance on the left foot and raise that right foot, knee parallel to the floor. I feel like my hips are off today. This might take a couple times to get equal today. And release. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Find that balance back on the right. And concentrating on the hips this time. Keep our hips straight. We're going to raise that foot there. That seems better. Try not to lift that left hip as you lift the leg. The hips equal. Straight across. And release. Even it out, even it out. Find it on the left again. Yeah, we're gonna work on keeping those hips straight across. Lifting that leg, knee parallel to the floor. And if you happen to fall, just get right back into it. It's all part of it. Balance is off today. Woo. Terrible. And there we go. All right. Balance it out each side. Find that balance on that right foot one more time. We're going to go into our tree this time. So take that leg to the side, find your tree, knee out. Sole of the foot pressing against the leg wherever feels comfortable today. Ankle, knee, or up into the thigh. This feels good today. And add the hands if you like. I'm gonna stay right here. And release. Woo. Head let out, head let out. Find that weight on your left. Kick that knee out and find your tree. Woo. Yeah, my left side is really wobbly today. Woo. If you fall out of your tree, just come back in. That's why it's called practice. It's a yoga practice. And release. Woo. Man, I must have overworked my left leg this weekend. A little bit more recovery. All right, hands overhead, reaching for the sky. Up on the toes, forward fold all the way down. Ragdoll. Put your hands in your head. Just fall as they will. And rotate to the left. Rotate to the right. Oh, that feels good on the hip flexors. Oh. And walk it down while we're out down here. Walk those hands out, feet back. Pedal it out. Try to get those heels close to the floor as you can. Hips high, raising those hips high to the sky. Shoulders and chest reaching for the floor. That nice pyramid, inverted little pyramid with your hips in the down dog here. Whew. Now we're going to drop to our knees, tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Cat cow. It wouldn't be a morning without a couple cat cows, huh? Now found your weight, and we're going to kick back that left leg. The challenge here is to not fall over, but kick the leg back without disturbing the hips. That's the challenge. I'm still leaning a little bit to the right. I'm going to work on that. And in and up, in and up, in and up, and release. Woo! Drop the hips to the right. Drop the hips to the left. Back through center, kick that right foot out. All right, right foot is better for me. Woo. A little bit more even. And knee in and out, knee in and out, knee in and out, and release. Cat cow. Whew. Woo. And release. Walk it out. We're going to come onto our backs. And review our bridge from the other day. So we're going to find our weight in our heels, pressing through the heels. We're going to roll those shoulders under. We're going to pop those hips up. You can use a blanket or a pillow or your hands. I have to just use my hands. Prop myself up. Make sure that weight is in your heels. Pressing through the heels to lift the hips higher. Pressing through the backs of the arms. Lift those hips higher. And release. One vertebrae at a time. Oh, down to the floor. Equalize the back on the floor. Drop those knees over to the right. And over to the left. Back to center. Let's bring the right knee in, the left knee in, and roll it around just a little bit. Nice little massage for the lower back. And we're gonna roll on over to our wall, wherever your wall is. So you wanna lay right up close to the wall and swing your legs up onto the wall so that your booty is right up against the wall. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice hamstring stretch. You can press onto your thighs. Give your legs a little support at first while they relax. This is the traditional legs up the wall pose. So beneficial in so many different ways. It's your blood flowing. Strengthens and gives you flexibility in your hamstrings and your lower back. All of that. This is a great recovery tool. Just lay here like this. We're gonna do it a little bit different today. This is just our starting point. We'll take a few more breaths here. And now we're going to take our hands, place them on our hips. We're going to make sure in this exercise and this next couple poses that we keep our hips locked onto the floor. It's part of it, the core work to keep the hips stable. We're going to take our right leg and drop it out about 45 degrees. Let the tension go in your kneecap. I tend to hold tension in my kneecap in this. Keep it even. Keep that left hip locked onto the floor. Don't let the left hip come up off of the floor. And take the leg down as far as it can on the side of the wall here. So we're at almost at 12:15. The trick with these is to just keep those hips from popping up. So it takes some sneaky core work. And bend that knee to come out of that. And that leg right back up at the top. And you'll probably notice that it's a little bit easier to be in that straight position now. Woo. Moving on to the other leg. Let's take that left leg down about 40 degrees. Concentrate on keeping that right hip down now. And releasing the tension in the kneecap. And release as far down as you can. It might just be a tiny little bit more. Whew. Not much more for me today. That right hip locked down. And bend that knee to come out of it. Bring that leg back up to the top. Ooh, and just relax here for a minute. Ooh. Now we're going to bend both of those knees and bring the soles of the feet together. Pressing through the thighs with the hands. Bringing those feet down in as close as you can, as tight into the body as you can. And just release your arms here. Ooh. Bring the feet back up and slide them down the wall. Over into nice, easy position on the floor. Just gonna lay here for a second. Close your eyes. Ooh. Enjoy the moment. And slowly coming back up to our easy seat. Oh. Do a little neck roll, side to side. One last, or maybe 2 or 3 last shoulder shrugs. Oh, yeah. Just take a moment, set your intentions for the week. It's Monday morning, time to get yourself together for the week, decide what your non-negotiables are, and decide what can let slide, what's really not important, not to stress about this week. Set your priorities. Remember to take these moments for yourself every day, at least 15 to 20 minutes every day for yourself, just to be inside your head and or get out of your head for sure. Take some time for yourself. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me for day 4. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m.